Let's go to page 923 and start with number 1. So number 1, the given are the limit of f of x equal to -3 when x approach to a, and the limit of g of x equal to 0 as x approach to a, and then the limit of h of x equal to 8 when x approach to a. So those are important information that is given. Okay, so now let's go and do part A. So 8, the part A, the limit of f of x plus h of x as x approach to a. So notice that this is, so you can just go and use these two over here. So this is going to equal to -3 plus 8, and so this is equal to 5. Okay. Okay, let's do B. B, you have limit of f of x square x approach to a. So I can just substitute. So f of x is -3, so -3 square, and this will give you 9. Okay, so again, it's very simple, very fast. Okay, part C, you have the limit x approach to a of cube root of h of x. Okay, so you can just substitute. So this is equal to cube root of h of x is 8. Right, look up here, that's 8. And so this will equal to 2. And let's go to D. You have the limit of x approach to a of 1 over f of x. So this is equal to 1 over -3. And that's it. Right? Let's just look at that. Right? Okay, let's go to E. The limit of f of x over h of x as x approach to a. Okay, so you just have this over this, so be -3 over 8, and that's it. Okay, let's go to F. Your limit of g of x over f of x as x approach to a. Okay, so this will equal to 0 over -3, so equal to 0. And let's go to G. You have the limit of f of x over g of x as x approach to a. So this is going to be equal to -3 over 0. Okay, so again, you have the 0 in the denominator, so this one, the limit does not exist. Okay. Cannot, right? Cannot have a denominator equal to 0. Okay, let's go to H. So you can only have to just substitute, so it will be 2 times -3 over 8 minus -3. Okay, so you're going to get -6 over 11. Okay, and that's it for number 1. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, you're looking for limit of 5x squared minus 2x plus 3 as x approach to 4. So first thing you want to do is to check, see if you can substitute. In this case, yes. So then everything is pretty simple. I need this over here. So you get 80 minus 8 plus 3. So equal to 75. Okay, let's go to number 5. So the limit of x minus 2 over x squared plus 4x minus 3 as x approach to negative 1. Okay. Now if you substitute negative 1, looks like it's going to be, looks probably it's okay. Okay, let's try it out. Okay. So you get negative 3 over 1 minus 4 minus 3. So equal to negative 3 over negative 6. So equal to 1/2. Okay. So you can first try see if you can substitute. If you can substitute, and then that's it. Then if you cannot, then you have to do something else. Okay, let's go to number 7. Oh, this one has no denominator. Okay, again, there's no denominator, so this one is easy. You can just substitute. So you got negative 2 plus 1 to the 9th power. Then you got negative 2 squared minus 1. So this will give you negative 1 to the 9th power will give you negative 1. Negative 2 squared is 4. And 4 minus 1 give you 3. And so this will give you negative 3. Okay, let's go to number 9. Okay, so evaluate if it exists. So you're looking for limit x approaches to 2, and you got x squared plus x minus 6, and you got x minus 2. So again, you check if you make x equal to 2, you got 2 minus 2 equal to 0, so cannot. So this one you cannot substitute directly. So the next option is go and do the factoring. So again, you have to follow through with your limit until you substitute. Okay, so go and factor, and this one would be plus 3 minus 2, and this will cancel out. So once you cancel out, now you're good, right? So now this you substitute, so it becomes 2 plus 3. Right, substituting here, and so equal to 5. Okay, let's go to 11. I can check see if you can substitute. In this case, yes. So you're good. So substitute. As soon as you substitute, you can drop the limit. So you got 2 squared minus 2 plus 6 over 2 plus 2. So you're going to get 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 6 is 8 over 4. So this will equal to 2. Okay. So you can first you check see if you can substitute. If you cannot, the next option usually is factoring. Okay, let's go to 13. So t approach to negative 3. You got t squared minus 9. You got 2t squared plus 7t plus 3. So do a quick check. So negative 3 squared is 9 times that is 2. It would be 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. But this will give you negative 21. So this will give you 0. So you cannot substitute. So that means you need to go and do factoring. So again, you need to check substitution first. Okay, so this one you're going to get t plus 3, t minus 3. On the bottom, you can go and do the master product. So it would be 7, and this would be 6, would be 1 comma 6. So you're going to get t, 2t. So this would be the inside, so it would be plus 3, right? 2 times 3 give you 6, and this would be the outside, so plus 1. Again, something should cancel out, right? So this will cancel out with that. So now you can go and substitute. Now again, you have to keep your limit until you substitute. Okay, so you're going to get negative 3 minus 3 over 2 times negative 3 plus 1. You just substitute this into here. Okay, so you're going to get negative 6 over positive 6. So you can just be careful with the arithmetics. So let me see, double check something. So negative 3 minus negative 6, yeah. And this one, 2 times negative 3 will give you negative 6, plus 1 will give you negative 5. So negative cancel out, so it'll be 6 over 5. Okay, let's go to 15. So again, you substitute directly cannot, so you have to do factoring. Okay, so this is the cube factoring, so you got to know how to factor the cube. Okay, so I'm going to go up to the side so it doesn't clog up the major steps. Okay, so 2 plus h cube. I'm going to make this minus 8, right? So I'm going to let z. Okay, some of you are probably bad with this, so I'm going to let z equal to 2 plus h. Okay, so this becomes z cubed minus 2 cubed. Okay, so again 8 is 2 cubed, and I'm going to let 2 plus h equal to z. So now when you're doing the factoring the cube, right, you're going to get z minus 2, right? Again, you have to know how to factor your cubes. And this one will give you z squared, and this one will be opposite of this, would be plus 2z, and this would be squared. So again, you square this, you get that. Square this, you get this, right? And then the middle term, you get that. Then you substitute back, okay? So you're going to get 2 plus h minus 2, and you're going to get 2 plus h squared plus 2 times 2 plus h plus 4. Okay, and this will give you h. Okay, now you don't want to simplify this, okay, for now, because you're going to substitute later on. Okay, so you can put this back in here now. Okay, so you can notice the h cancel out, so that's kind of nice. So now you can substitute, and h equal to 0, so all the zeros are gone, so you're going to get 2 squared plus 2 times 2 plus 4, right, because all the h is 0. So this is going to give you 4 plus 4 plus 4 will give you 12. Okay, so make sure you know how to factor your cube. Okay, let's go to 17. Okay, so you have the limit x approach to 7, and you have a square root of x plus 2 minus 3, x minus 7. So again, if you substitute directly, cannot, it will give you 0. So what you need to do is you need to multiply by conjugates. Okay, so go and multiply by conjugate when you have the square roots. Okay, multiply by conjugates. So when you multiply by conjugates, right, you're going to get f and l. So this times that will give you x plus 2. Negative times positive will give you minus. 3 times 3 will give you 9. Okay. And this will give you minus 7. So this will give you x minus 7. And again, notice when you do something correctly, that means you should be able to cancel something out. Okay, so this will cancel out. Once you cancel, now you can go and substitute. Okay, and once you substitute, you can drop the limit. So you're going to get 1 over square root of 7 plus 2 plus 3. And so this will equal to 1 over. Okay, now this will give you square root of 9, which will equal to 3. 3 plus 2 will give you 6. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to 19. You have the limit of x approach to -4. You got 1 over 4 plus 1 over x over 4 plus x. Okay, so you got complex fraction. So you need to go ahead and multiply by common denominator. Okay, so I'm going to write it one more time over here so it's easier to see. So common denominator would be 4x. So I'm going to multiply by 4x, 4x, and 4x. Okay. So this will cancel out. So I get x. This cancel out. I get plus 4. And on the bottom, I get 4 plus x and 4x. And notice x plus 4 and 4 plus x are the same, right? They're interchangeable, right? It's addition, so you can cancel out. So now I can substitute in here now. So I got 1 over 4 times -4. So I got -1 over 16. Okay, okay, let's go to 21. Okay, so it asks you to find the graphing, but we're not going to do graphing. So you got limit of x approaches to 1, and you got x squared minus 1 over square root of x minus 1. Okay? Okay, so you can first check see if you can substitute. Cannot. So what you do is go ahead and do the factoring. So this will give you x plus 1, x minus 1, and this would be square root of x minus 1. So notice there's still nothing to cancel, right? But notice there's a square root. Whenever you have square root, you need to do the conjugate. So you need to go and multiply by square root of x plus 1, square root of x plus 1. Okay? So this will equal to the limit of x approach to 1. And if you do the conjugate on the bottom, don't multiply on the top, okay? Because you try to get rid of that. So it means you have to multiply these and not these. So you're going to get x plus 1, x minus 1, square root of x plus 1. Now over here you're going to get x minus 1. So you can notice now you can cancel these things out, right? So once you cancel, now you can go and substitute. So you're going to get 1 plus 1 times square root of 1 plus 1. And so this will give you 2. 2 times 2 give you 4. Okay. Okay, let's go to 23. You have the limit of x approach to -1. You got x squared minus x minus 2. You get x cubed minus x. Okay, so if you put -1 in here, you're going to get 0, right? So cannot. So you got to do factoring. So this one you can factor out the x, and on the top you can do your master product, -1, -2. So 1 comma -2. It would be x. So it would be plus 1 minus 2. Then after that, you have to factor out more. So this will give you x plus 1, x minus 1. So this will cancel out. Okay, so now you can substitute because this is gone. So when you substitute, everything will be fine. So you can, as soon as you substitute, you can drop the parentheses. So you're going to get -1 minus 2 over -1 times negative 1 minus 1. Okay, so negative 1 minus 2 will give you negative 3. And so you have to be careful with this part. Okay, so negative 1 minus 1 is give you negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 1 will give you positive 2. And this is it for number 23.